That's unreal.
Well,
In Canada?
I was a resident and citizen, so it was a lot cheaper.
In Canadian?
Yeah, it was something like.
Did you say A?
No, I did not say A.
You allow donuts?
What?
Are donuts big in Canada?
I don't know. Don't they eat donuts in Canada?
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk! What's up, this sexy duo? How are we feeling today?
How are you guys?
Oh, I'm so fine right now.
Oh my
It's
God.
unbelievable.
George, I feel like I haven't done an episode. I feel like you and I have been on a lot of little episodes recently.
Oh,
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been blessed with your presence.
I know. I'm the best.
Yeah, we love George.
Who doesn't love George? So what's up?
I could
What do you got? What do you got? What you have? So
I am curious on this behalf because I don't know about you. I actually preliminarily, I don't know if that's a word, asked Nick, but did you go to college?
Nick's ass? Is that what you just said?
Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college.
You didn't go to college. Okay, so I'm happy with this topic.
Oh God.
Why are you happy you went to college? Because my point is,
did you go to college?
I did not go to college.
Oh, you went to college?
I did go to university up in Montreal. Yeah.
So
What the?
I know.
These Canadians in Greece.
I'm just curious because, like, for me, I guess my topic was like why you shouldn't go to college,
Oh. Okay.
right? But you went to college, so it's like a nice little balance out here.
Oh God.
What do you think, like, with where you are, college was beneficial to the road that you took?
Yes and no. So I went to university for graphic design and print media. So that's what I studied there. While I don't really use it in my day to day, I still use it a lot for a lot of different things. Like my parents have an ice cream parlor on the boardwalk, and I've done all their menus. I did all the graphics that are in there right now, so I've helped them out.
I know
Up at the Snow White on the boardwalk, my uncle's store. I did all their menus, even at some of our small places that
I did not know that about you.
I've done like different menu things, different flyers, promotional stuff.
Can you do like online stuff too?
Oh God. Like in terms of like website design, it's not really my thing because I'm not really a programmer.
Okay.
But I know how to use a lot of different types of design software, like Adobe Illustrator and things like that. A little Photoshop. Although that's not really my specialty.
Can
But
you
do
use
you think-
Excel?
Well, that's a
Shut
little
up.
different.
Just
but
everybody can use Excel. You can't use Excel, George. The guy doesn't even know what a Google Doc sheet is.
Sorry.
But do you think, like, being a restaurant owner, that like anything in your college experience has helped you excel now in ownership?
Staying up late, probably. Drinking all the time.
I mean, again, it's like what I studied. I feel like it's another facet of like things that I can do and what I can offer and how I can. I don't really know.
Because, like, okay, so my personal opinion is college, right? Like,
Hey, listen,
I think college is an absolute
Money
waste.
grabber. They just take all your money.
And because for me, like, I always, for the most part, knew I wanted to do events, right? Like, but I didn't fully realize what I wanted to do. And I'm glad I didn't go the college route because for me, you know, I grew up with a musician of a father. And I was like, I want to do something in music. I want to do something in music, but I can't. I've tried to learn an instrument. No. Right. Not my bandwidth. So for me, I was like, okay, let me do the business side of the music industry, where I ended up with Texas Pro DJ, and I was booking out DJs and doing events and planning
the DJ's
events.
Cool, yeah.
And then from there, I was like, okay, wait, I really want to do planning, you know? So I went from wanting to be in the music industry at some capacity to being in the music industry and being like, but clearly my niche is the planning part of it all.
Right.
So I really want to be a planner. Had I just gone to school and paid a shit ton of money, which I considered, I would have been in absolute debt doing something that, or going through school to end up somewhere that I didn't even study for, you know?
Right.
And even so to say now, I went into the events at business.
Still in debt.
Still in debt. But from investing in myself, like I would rather work and learn and be on the field and accumulate all these different like trades and skills
Right.
and get paid to do it, as opposed to pay someone to tell me how to do it and not get the experience on the floor. And I remember getting a job at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, and remember sitting on a floor of event planners and people trying to book the venue and doing all this stuff. And I was the only person in that room that didn't go to college. And as much as like, I feel like a lot of people may have looked down on me for that, I was like, suckers. Like all of you guys are in debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, when it comes to me in college, it's would have been really pointless with the career path I took now, because at the time I was dancing.
Right.
So like I actually got into some universities and some colleges for a dance scholarship. And I was like, yeah, I just don't want to go to college. And my mom was like, why? Because I was like, I'm too f***ed up in the head. My ADD kicks in. I can't focus. I just want to move and create. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go. And she was like, all right, what are you going to do? I'm just going to move. I'm just going to move to Florida.
Right.
And that's what I did. That's all I just did. So it was like pointless for me to go to college, because most time dancers, they go to these universities, they spend all this money, but you're going out to audition.
Right.
But how dancing helped me in this profession is I'm used to being on my feet. I'm a nutcase.
Right.
And I can just dance to make somebody happy. But I'm like, but even when it comes to college, I always think you should either go to college outside of the state or just move. Like,
So it's about a lifestyle change.
yeah, because like where we live in Cayman County, now you up in Montreal but you live down here your whole life, right?
Yeah, I'm originally from the area.
Yeah, so but like we all know this area. It's like a black hole. Like we're just stuck here. Go move out somewhere. That's why I'm like Gianna, my stepdaughter's in college right now, and I was like, she was like, why do I need to go to college? Just go. Just leave here.
Right.
Experience the world outside of Cayman County to learn how to grow up. So college is, you don't need it unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or.
Well, I think that I feel like it really depends on how you want to take whatever you're studying and like utilize it in your profession. I feel like if you're working in the kitchen, it might be a little different, but I feel like if you're going to own your own, businesses, maybe studying something to do with finance or studying business or something along those lines.
And that's why I was kind of curious about like your college experience, right? Like, did you learn anything business wise that you can use on a day-to-day basis from
university? No, I wasn't studying any like business aspect of it. Again, it was all just graphic design and print based courses and learning. Actually, their whole style up there is a little different. So that's exactly like what I was doing.
Yeah.
It's not
because
like down
they're
here where
Canadian.
you're doing, it's not like down here where you learn,
They say A.
like a liberal arts kind of degree. Like
Yeah.
you don't do the same kind of thing up there. That's, you study what you're studying.
And I think that's also my gripe is I remember I did entertain college at one point, and with the direction of like events and in the event industry, because I was like, okay, clearly a lot of different jobs were going to appear in my path had I gotten that piece of paper. But when I go to sign up for the courses, they're like, well, you need to do this math course. You need to do this. You need to do
that's
that.
why I can't.
And I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like it's
where I'm
at all
from.
useful for
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do.
But
I'd rather get an internship, get my feet wet, and run with it.
Yeah, but even some of the younger people that like I've worked with now, and they're talking about how they're going to university or they're going off to college now. I try to be like really supportive of them and what they're doing, because I feel like it is important to be able to go out there, learn something new, and be exposed to different ideas and different environments that maybe you wouldn't necessarily be exposed to. Because you're
exploring the world. That's what.
Well, for you're saying, go out into the world and go explore, like go to school somewhere else. Even if you go to community college and then you learn some different things, you're kind of like honing yourself as a person overall. Now, where are you going to use that knowledge down the line? I mean, I can't really say. And then of course, you're looking at it from the financial aspect of it too. You have to pay for those things.
Arm and a leg, Jesus.
And I think that's so different because it is true. Like, it is good to get out. And even if you don't end up in that particular field, at least you still got yourself out there. You still explored it. You still realized that, well, damn, this isn't what I want to do. I think also for me, it was a little bit different just because I was not like a B student who was going to get scholarships to go here. I didn't have the parents that facilitated funds for college. Like, if I was going to college, it was on my dime, on my time,
Right.
my choice. And I just didn't feel like I don't strive in a classroom with lessons in this. Like I need to be doing the work to learn the work. Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it was completely different. And the field that I ended up in, because again, I ended up hopping around to so many different places.
Sure.
And now I own a restaurant.
Ooh, girls. Snap. Get it.
You know,
get it.
even like the people 5 years ago were less than that in Austin. Like when they found out I had a restaurant, they were like, what?
Right.
You know, it was so out of left field. But again, and it's those different lessons that I took along that road, which I guess people do get out of college. For me, it is a huge, I just feel like financial setback. I mean, you look at everybody in this country and the debts that they have to pay and how difficult it is to get a job in certain industries that they paid an arm and a leg and worked hard for.
Even when I was looking here in the States to go to university, I was looking at a lot of different places in New York and, you know, like San Francisco or even like Rhode Island. And the tuitions there were starting at like $65,000, $55,000, $85,000 a year.
Unreal.
It's
like,
unbelievable. You're done. You're not
Like
surviving.
how I don't even know like how my parents would have, I mean, they would have tried. I'm sure they could have figured out some way to try to facilitate that. But
They got to
just
find the
even-
money.
Yeah, find the money, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just kind of like ridiculous.
But like
when
you
think
said, unless
about
you're going to
40
be like a
years.
doctor, a lawyer, or
That's
an astronaut, like
But this
what?
is for what I was trying to study,
Yeah.
which is, you know, graphic design and print media. You know, the only reason I think when I went to university up there, I kind of got lucky. I'm dual citizenship, so it was a lot cheaper.
dual citizenship.
And my parents have like a house up there, so it was a little different.
I'm dual citizenship.
In
I
that
live in the United
regard,
States and I lived in
because
Texas.
it's a lot cheaper. It was a lot cheaper up
Stone
there.
country.
So like comparatively, I think it was like
I live in my house.
12,000
Yanni's house.
for like 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
It was like $12,000 to $15,000.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
Well,
In Canada?
I was a resident and
In Canada?
citizen, so it was a lot cheaper.
In Canadian?
Yeah, it was something like.
Did you
along the
say
lines of that.
A?
No, I did not say A.
You allowed donuts?
What?
Are donuts
What did
big
you
in
say?
Canada?
I don't know. Don't they eat donuts in Canada? It's like hockey
I thought it
donuts.
was like
croissants?
maple syrup.
Croissants?
Yeah, croissant. Croissant.
Parlez-vous français? Oui, oui. Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so no, while I don't use my, college education daily in the restaurant, I still feel like it helped me in some regard it's a passion of mine too. So I enjoy that.
I did not know that
Yeah,
about you.
no,
That's so
I remember
freaking
when I
cool.
first started working with Nick and then he told me that he did prints and he was showing me some of the prints he did. I was like, holy shit, like this is really cool.
Can I see some of
we
your
actually
prints?
planned on doing like some kind of collaboration
you
at
print
one
me?
point.
Yeah, we did. Portrait work. Yeah. I can do
Yeah.
it.
yeah. Wide shot.
Yeah.
Thanks,
But
Nico.
it is just interesting. And I think that being like, you got to go to a place that you got to hone in on just that category, right?
Right,
I think
yeah.
it's hard for people, especially in the United States. I feel like it's not really
No.
set up that way. Like they make you
Yeah, well, you
jump
have to do
through
the whole
so many academic
basic,
loopholes.
Gianna's in school right now, then she has to take all these like weird classes, and I'm like, why? She goes, I don't know. That's what they're
Just
making-
for credits,
just for-
and then the
I'm like-
credits are really
I'm
just
like, and she's
another
actually in
check.
business school. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
good. Man, at least she's at least doing something.
Yeah, and
So
I feel like
maybe
that's
you
the
can manage my
safest
money,
bet. But yeah, I was just curious. Again,
So you're saying college?
college, go to a trade school. But I
Oh.
agree. Like, there's a lot of people that I know that are going to college, but again, they are going for such a specific reason, and I'm like, okay, I want to be supportive of that.
It's hard because I feel like I'm conflicted. Like
I
have
just
a
say
I
explore
have
the
like
world.
my own internal conflicting opinions
Okay.
on this because in one
College,
like, okay,
go
like,
to
fuck
Canada.
it. But, well, no.
Go to Canada. Come on.
Go to Canada
12,000 for 3 years and croissants, please.
and donuts.
But I mean, like I said, like I'm just like conflicted because in one respect I'm like, okay, like I didn't really need it
Yeah.
for what I'm doing.
I
but at
conflict
the
you.
same time, I
still appreciate that time.
I had the time to go
That you went
and
out.
learn something and experience something different for myself.
That's what I said. As long as everybody just wherever you live, if you want to stay there for the rest of your life, just take 2 years of leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in Texas for whatnot, or when I went to Florida for 2 years, or when you went to Canada, even if you go to school or not school, just experience the world and see outside of where you live to see how everybody else works and lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't need to go to college for that. You could just get in a, get
Exactly.
in your car and just go.
So college.
Go. So, yeah, exactly. College.
That's what I say.
Restaurant punk.
All right. Restaurant
All right,
Punk.
Restaurant Punk. Thank you. Out.
Out.
Liz hates that episode. We dropped like 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Liz
Liz.
is so mad right now. It's not even funny.
What you got? What do you want?